Well, welcome to another edition of the Suitcase Sessions podcast. I'm your host, Bob Bowman. I'm sitting here in a trailer, or a hot box, with
I've been kidnapped. I'm in a trailer.
Karl, Heinz, Lau, and we're in Custer, Michigan at the US 10 Cigar Box Guitar Festival. And Karl hails from Lower Michigan in the Alma area and is a builder musician who I've known for probably the last maybe better
40 years, about 40 years now.
About 8 at least.
Okay, 8 years.
So anyway, Karl has been a good friend. I don't actually call you Karl. I always call you.
No, you can call me Corey.
I call you Corrigan, and we have a shared background in having both served in the Navy. We
some of us more than others.
We also enjoy the cigar box guitar world and building in particular. You, Corrigan, had some great displays for the one in particular that I'm thinking of for the National Blues Museum.
Oh, thank you.
That's made the rounds, and now you have displays in Gadsden, Alabama at the Mary G. Hardin Center for Cultural Arts.
That's right.
So thank you for joining me. I know maybe this is a hot environment and you probably don't like talking a whole lot, but...
No, I'm very taciturn.
Well, so what I want to know, Karl, and I've been after you for some time to talk to me, is how...
Stalking is what is it? You've been stalking me.
I have been stalking you, and if had you not said yes today, I'd have continued to stalk you.
Had I not been drinking, I had not said yes.
Well, so how did you get introduced to cigar box guitars?
So, about 8-9 years ago, I was shopping for something on eBay. I don't remember what it was, a cogwheel or some kind of doodad. But one of the suggested things was a cigar box guitar, and I thought, you know what? I played bass in my youth, and this thing looks pretty dang cool, so I ordered one. And I waited about 3 weeks for it to arrive, and I unpacked it. I tried to play it, and wow, it was crap. I paid $250 for crap.
Wow.
And I thought to myself, you know what? I can probably build something better myself and a whole lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And I did. And I built a lot of them, and none of them were cheaper, but I had a lot of fun.
I was waiting to hear if you were going to let that cat out of the bag. They're rarely cheap to build, when you do, especially when you're a detail guy, and I know you're a detail guy.
I like details. I like doodads and details.
Yeah, you're also our resident electronics and math expert, and we love that.
No, I'm just really good with Google.
Well, why don't you let us know what you do for a profession?
As little as possible, but I get paid to be a CNC technician, so I work on big CNC machines.
Right, but you're talking, when you say big, you're meaning like not just commercial grade, but industrial kind of grade, right?
Yeah, a lot bigger than this trailer.
And your math skills are insane good as a result, because you get things pretty exact.
My troubleshooting skills are good.
Okay.
If they involve math, then I might have to use an abacus.
Okay. Well, we appreciate the fact that you are so adept at Google then, and that you have learned to use that abacus so well, because I think all of us have relied on you for getting out of trouble on a bunch of occasions.
I'm happy to do it.
Well, appreciate that. So you install CNC machines?
Well, I work for a machine tool builder. They build the CNC machines. I help install them, and then when they break down, which rarely happens, we're a quality company, but then I also service and do repair.
And those are all over the country, right? Because
all over the world.
I've talked to you, and you've been building guitars in a hotel room.
That happens a lot.
Hoping that they, don't get on you about all the sawdust you're creating. But, okay, so that's what you do for a living. When you build a guitar, you and I have talked about this in the past, and in fact, just a little while ago, we were touching on it. One of the things that I really appreciated about your builds is how detailed they are, number one, but how much thought goes into them. You like to do what I would call, and maybe you have a different name for it, and you can correct me if I am wrong, steampunk style?
Yeah. I like steampunk.
And those are some of my favorites. I know you do other kinds of builds, but those really fascinate me because as a former intelligence guy, I've seen you put things in your build like slide rule
Sure, why not?
and photography, like old school photography components.
Lenses and stuff like that, shutters. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just that. You position them so that if the viewer who's trying to, capture everything, because there's so much in each of your builds, whether it's the chains or the electronics or whatever components from, old cameras, they can look through a lens and see something on the other side of that lens that you wanted them to see.
Well, yeah, the idea is to just glue enough stuff on there that you baffle them with bullshit.
Well, it worked. It works on me in spades, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. But I appreciate those. Is there a style that you like to build more than others? I know those take a long time.
So solid bodies with magnetic pickups, that's the way to go. I mean, yeah, I'm part of the cigar box guitar community.
Right.
And I usually include something that's kind of Tobacco related.
Yeah.
But cigar boxes,
Yeah.
they don't have to be cigar boxes for me.
Right, and I think and there's a lot of people who would say as much, right? They prefer building with license plates or hubcaps or
Sure.
something that's definitely not a cigar box, but we use that language very loosely, I think. Too often, but
Well, most of us do, and some people are kind of purists, and
well,
we'll educate them.
Well, and I was going to go there next, actually. You, in your builds, it's not just that you put so much detail in them. You are a stickler about, I think every bit as much a stickler as a trained and full-time luthier, though, boy, you can't mention those words in certain company if you are not selling them as a business and went through the school for it. But literally, you do a lot of six-string builds, and those six strings are every bit as technically accurate as a luthier's build.
Well, of course, they have to be. I mean,
Yeah.
they have to be not just playable, but they have to be actual, instruments.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you, but we're talking about this on the heel of you mentioning that you got into this by ordering a 3-week, somebody took 3 weeks to build this $250 guitar that was crap, right? And that, in fact, is about 80% of out there. People like to build them, but they're not always as focused on, maybe action doesn't have to be great, because they'll say to you, well, you could use it as a slider. Oh, I built that as a wall hanger. Oh,
Right.
there's something that they follow up with
Yeah.
because they're, and I know I say this often, but, Russ's language just resonates with me. He said he's a nuts and bolts guy. He doesn't care what they look like as long as they play well. And he's a musician.
Right.
He really doesn't care what they look like. Whereas I'm a woodworker, and I really care about the detail, though I don't play.
I'm kind of both ways.
I got into,
It's got to sound good and look good,
yes, that's why I like,
or at least make you scratch your head and say, "Wow, what am I looking at?"
well, I appreciate that. And I don't see myself in that category yet. I literally love to build them, but I'll take the time to put the detail into it. But I don't build six strings, and nor do I build solid bodies, nor do I have the artistic flair you have. And you are actually what I would consider an artist in the field.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush, man.
Yeah, well, that's not my intention.
Thank you.
However, but it's true. So, okay. So you found cigar box guitars through ordering one as a former bass player, thought, yeah, that sounds cool, I'll grab
Yeah.
one. So then you took that instrument and said, I can do you one better than that, and then I can build it for cheaper, only to find out, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. But
Well, I guess it could be built cheaper, but then
yeah, then
I'm not good with math when it comes to dollars.
yeah, Well, that happens. I would argue it doesn't matter what your hobby is. Cheaper is never really
Yeah.
the way you want to go if you're also
Well,
interested
if you
in
have a
detail.
passion, then yeah, you have a
Yeah.
slim wallet. So
Yeah, we can let it go longer. But, okay, so you also are a musician, not just...
I wouldn't go that far.
I would, actually,
I'm a
because
hack.
you're a great hack. And then not just, I would suggest that it's not just that, because you have been recording over the last year more so than prior to that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
And maybe
actually-
you were, but you weren't putting it out there.
Right.
But I've been seeing over the last year, you record all types of music, number one. So, and it's not just any one style. I mean, you've done everything from Jimmy Buffett to, Johnny Cash
Sure.
to others. And you have your own style. What's your favorite focus when you're doing your music? Or is it as eclectic as your builds can be?
So a lot of this stuff came from the Cigar Box Guitar Builder CBG Cover Song Challenge.
Mhm.
It's like a bi-weekly thing on the
Yep.
Facebook group.
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody picks a genre or an artist and you cover it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, a lot of this stuff I've never even heard before,
Really?
and I spend a lot of time driving around for work, so I'll put something out and listen to a genre and say, hey, that I could probably do that
Yeah.
in my style,
Right.
and so that's where that comes from. But also I finally built the right instrument for me, so I've been building less and playing more.
Yeah, so it's a 6-string build though, right?
It's 8 strings actually.
8 strings.
8 strings.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
8 strings and 4 courses.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, I did not know that because I know most of the builds that I've focused on watching you build are 6 strings a lot.
few of them, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter the genre. You enjoy learning the new groups, tunes, and based on the challenge, you're willing to
I enjoy a challenge. Yeah.
go out there.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It goes right along with everything else you do.
Yeah, I do a lot of things the hard way, and it's a challenge.
So you made mention of the fact that you got into this by just picking one up,
By accident, yep.
purchasing one. But now you do build, and you build under Pegasus, which I find fascinating because I had a company that I called Pegasus.
Okay.
But yours is Pegasus, and so I don't know if you can see it. Maybe we can move this around, but your logo
Got a-
it is
got a
in
flying
fact
pig.
a flying pig, and your wife made that shirt for you, so she's
Yeah, and like 8 or 9 years ago when I started building them, I told my wife, I'd like to just build these and retire. And she said, yeah, when pigs fly. And so Pegasus Instruments was born.
it was a natural.
Yeah.
Well, the builds that you are producing, though not allowing you to retire, are very good.
Thank you.
And so she's got to at least be happy with that, right?
Yes, she's very happy.
With a little
I make,
reservation.
I make my wife very happy.
Yes, I think I make my wife equally as happy then, by that standard.
My condolences, brother.
Well, Karl, if there was something that the viewer, if they're going on YouTube, or the listener on whatever, whatever platform they go on, listens to this, is there something you would give them in terms of either what you've learned that would be helpful to them, or something that you'd like to part with that you've come to know?
Well, actually, I'm glad you asked because I've written this 14-page dissertation.
Of all that you learned.
No, so what I would say is if you're a builder, keep building. Don't listen to the no rules of CBG building. Do whatever you want, as far as style goes or decoration. But there are rules. There's actually the rules of physics. So build good guitars. And if you're a player or starting to play, just do it. Keep doing it. And eventually, you'll get as better than me.
This is exactly why I ask you this question, Corgan, because I always sign out my episodes by saying, thanks for joining us on this episode of the Suitcase Sessions. We hope to catch up with you somewhere down the road. And remember, there are no rules. Just keep playing. And we'll catch up later.
But there are laws of physics. Bye, folks.
There are laws of physics, and you just heard it from Corgan. There are some rules you do have to follow. So thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Bob.
Appreciate it.